Welcome back to another video. It is Monday evening, it's 7:15. I've had a really good day. Someone in a previous video asked me to start like vlogging more life stuff, so I'm really going to try and make an effort to, and this is part of my exposure therapy for actually filming in public. So I'm currently sat in Tesco's car park. I've just done a really small shop. I ordered loads of meat off of Muscle Food recently. So our food shop now costs us hardly anything because most of the meat is already in the house or in the freezer, which is good. But I just got a few bits, and one thing, so I had my nutrition check-in today with my nutrition coach, and I kind of said to her, like, I really want to kind of lock back in now. The goal she set is to maintain body weight between 86 and 86.5 for the next like 6 weeks, and just essentially really dial in food choices, volume eating, like good quality foods, like 80-20, 80% like whole foods, good quality foods, which, to be fair, when I'm locked in, when I'm actually on it, like most of this year, especially obviously with the deficits and stuff, I'd say I'm like 90-10 anyway. Like, it's quite rare that I'm not. But one thing I actually want to set myself the goal of is actually having more balance and actually allowing myself to have more foods that aren't necessarily like on plan. So one thing I've actually just done is buy some ingredients to make myself some really nice sweet like baked oats or like pancakes or like sweet breakfast foods, because I find that that's the best thing to like curb my cravings. And I've been craving a lot. Like last week, the week post-comp, I was like, oh my God, this is so strange. Like, considering how much I've been dieting and in like such an aggressive deficit, why am I not having super high cravings and really hungry? But actually last week I was fairly like, for a week post-comp, I was pretty dialed in. The cravings have hit. The cravings have absolutely hit. I am literally craving so much junk food and like sweet food today that it's actually awful. It doesn't help that I'm actually currently really hungry, because after I finished work, I actually had to finish work by like 2:15 today, to go to my mum's to get my hair done, and I wanted to get to hers by like 3ish, and I had to walk Zuko as well. So I was kind of rushing around. So doesn't help that I've not eaten since like 1 o'clock and it's now nearly 7. But I'm going to go home and have some dinner. But yeah, I've just picked up some ingredients just to make like some sweet treats and stuff that are like obviously like decent macros. And hopefully that's enough to help. Like, I usually find like baked oats for breakfast and stuff like that is really helpful. She has also sent me the target of kind of just sending her my breakfast ideas and stuff for this week, just to kind of get on top of that. But yeah, that's kind of the only real updates from today. I haven't weighed myself since Saturday morning when I was 86 on the dot, but then we went out for a really indulgent meal. But I would imagine I'm still like mid 86s, even with some retention and stuff. So I think maintaining 86 to 86.5 is probably the right mark for now. In my mind, I would love to kind of still sit like 85-ish, but for the next 6 weeks, I think it's more important that I just learn to maintain. I'm not very good at maintaining. This is something I've always struggled with when it comes to my nutrition. Whether I'm doing it myself or whether I've had a nutrition coach, I always feel like I either have to be in a specific deficit or in a surplus. And I've never been very good at just staying around the same body weight. So I think actually having this next 6 weeks to learn to do that and do that well is really important, and do that with balance as well, because typically it's like optimizing my calories and optimizing my intake, so then I never go off plan because I have this specific goal that I have to hit with my nutrition, and it's just not really the best way to live. So yeah, the goal currently is to find some more balance, and part of me doing that is going to be finding some really nice recipes to have for breakfast and stuff. I think breakfast is the one meal that I don't really prep, and then on days where I have to get out of the house early, which, to be fair, obviously I work from home, I'm a coach, like it's very rare that I have to be out early, but sometimes I do. Like normally there's a couple of days a week where I have something else going on where I have to be out of the house in good time. Having breakfast prep is probably the easiest way to set me up for success there, funnily enough. Whereas usually when I'm out of the house all day, like I just let myself get so unbelievably hungry that I then have loads of cravings in the afternoon, which I know is silly. I never give in to those cravings, or it's very rare that I give in to those cravings, especially when I have a comp coming up. But maybe I could just set myself up for success and not have them in the first place. That would probably be better. Anyway, that was a lot of ramble. I'm going to head home and get some food in me because I'm so hungry. Okay, so it is Tuesday evening. It's just gone 6 p.m. Now about to get day 1 of week 2 of my block out of the way. Not really looking forward to training today, but honestly, my energy levels are just so low. Doesn't help that when I was walking the dog about an hour and a half ago, I got absolutely like torrential rain on me. I thought I'd time it. We've had like on and off thunderstorms and rain showers here all day. And I looked at the weather app when we were about to go out and it said no rain expected for an hour, like light rain in an hour. So I was like, oh, perfect. It's like an hour's route that we do. Should be fine. Don't mind a little bit of light rain. Literally half an hour in, the heavens just opened and I got soaked. So anyway, came back, kind of had my cereal pre-workout, sat on the sofa, which I think is actually where I went wrong because now I do feel pretty tired. But it's all fine. At least my steps are pretty much done for the day. Gonna just get this session done. It's still pretty light. It's just my intro block, which the whole block is pretty light. Although I think telling myself that it's pretty light means that I'm then not executing as well, / going in with quite as much intention, which sometimes you're not gonna have as much intention and that's fine. but it then makes things feel harder than they need to. Plan today, I've got a top set of 6 on comp squat at 145. I've then got a set of 7 high bar at 125, then 2 lighter sets of 7 at 115. I've got 3 count bench press, which my neck flared up in the last video on my primary bench day, which at the time I filmed this was 2 days ago. Had a really bad neck flare up, have been on really strong painkillers since, but today I have actually managed to go without any. It's improved pretty well, to be fair. Mobility is pretty much back. It's just a bit tender. So hoping that it's fine. I don't think squatting in high bar should be an issue, but I guess I'm going to find out. I'm more concerned that setting up for bench and holding that 3 count position with my neck pressure and stuff is probably going to be what causes a bit more irritation. But I will just see. But the plan for 3 count bench is a top triple at an RP of 6 and then a single 5 kilos heavier. And then got last and press, can't get my words out. And then got last and press, a set of 6 at an RP of 6 and then 2x6 at 80. And then 2x8 on Hatfield squats. So you're going to play around with Hatfield squats again today. And then just some upper body kind of dumbbell work just to get some more upper body accessories in. I'm looking forward to the session. I'm just very tired, I'll be so honest. Food-wise though, nutrition has kind of been locked in for a few days, but I think I mentioned in an earlier clip, like my cravings are awful. Like I've been so hungry today and I've been on it with my food. Like I've literally been sticking to everything. Everything's been readily available. Fine, had like 3 meals so far today. And I'm just so hungry, like so hungry. And I've had 4 meals today. I've had 4 meals so far today, technically. And yeah, I'm just so hungry, which is not ideal. But body weight was 86.6 today and current goal is 86 to 86.5. Obviously, that's ever so slightly above it, but genuinely like 1 or 2 more days of just tracking normally, and I know it will be like low 86s again, so I'm not stressed by that at all. But I would like to get my body weight back down to low 86s before I kind of give in to any of these cravings that I'm having. Obviously, I can fit stuff into my calories and stuff as well, which is fine. I'm actually in the city here tomorrow as well, which means I'll probably buy lunch. So I'll probably buy myself like a nice burrito bowl or something, which is something that always fills me up enough and then too full to have cravings. And it fits my macros pretty well, so I'll probably do that. And that will hopefully help. It always feels like a bit of a treat, literally just because I'm not the one cooking it. But yeah, I'll be transparent and say that my cravings are pretty bad right now, which is fine, is what it is. I am trying not to restrict, like that is a big thing right now, but my cravings, yeah, I don't know. I'm just very hungry today and cravings are high, but that could also be linked to the fact that I've just got low energy today. Let it go, 얼어붙어 like whoa. 어지러워, I see. 한여름에도 넌 겨울. 너와 있을 때 I swear 제가 zero 폭설한 그 childer 꿈에도 I wasn't done 나만 빼고 넌 모두에게 참 친절해 배신감이 들어 단판이 돼도 머릿속을 흔드는 ibuprofen 그만해 it's time to stop 승부욕을 자극하는 style 알면서도 마음이 자꾸 느낄까 안만 빠져버릴까 if you want me back I'll tell you I'm sorry if you want me back. I'll tell you stop trying. Yeah, you got me. Let it go. 얼어붙어 like whoa. 띵하고 어지러워. I see. 한여름에도 넌 겨울. Yeah, girl, you cold-blooded. Yeah, girl, you cold-blooded. Okay, so quite out of breath because I literally just rushed through squats. I did not want to train at all today. I'm feeling a bit better now. I'm kind of in the session, but yeah, I literally, after I finished filming the last clip, I must have just sat staring at the bar for like 10 minutes, just like, I don't want to do this. And obviously I needed to do it and I knew I was going to do it, but I just did not want to. But having said that, everything felt good. Squats definitely felt better than last week. I have a bit of a theory when it comes to where my squat's been at its best. So my squat was at its best when I was doing hella volume on my top sets, right? And I think it's just because it allows me to get into a more of a flow state. Whereas when I've got like a set of like a top triple, a top double singles, I don't think it gives me enough exposure to like get into that flow state. So then when I move to my primary session, where it is generally going to be less reps, lower volume, especially on that top set, I think I overthink it a little bit more. So I'm quite intrigued to see, because I'm going to have 9 weeks of a top set of 6 on this session. Because this first 3-week intro then leads into a 6-week block, which will have a top set of 6, basically the exact same structure I'm doing now, unless I decide to make minor tweaks, but I don't think I will be on the squat at least. And I'm really intrigued to see if that's like a correct theory, because my best ever squats, when my squat's been at its strongest, have been when volume has been pretty high and intensity on this secondary day. So I'm quite intrigued to see kind of how that goes. I also just had a depressing thought as I was like racking my last set, and I was like, when was the last time I hit a squat PB? It must have been a year. And I was like, it's well over a year now. But I enjoy training. I'm going to keep going. And I'm hoping to be on track for more. But yeah, I don't want to train. I do not want to be training, but all I've got left is secondary bench, which will be fine. I think my neck's feeling okay. I'm going to see how it feels obviously when I warm up, but just going to ignore it and hope for the best. And then I've literally got Hatfield upper accessories that won't take too long anyway. I'm now going to pop indoors and put a pasta bake in the oven that takes 45 minutes to cook. So I'm going to set myself the goal of finishing the session, filming the recap in 45 minutes, which I definitely think is doable. So we will see if I achieve that goal.
I'm like frozen 뭐야 모든 stress은 gotta let it go 했어 소개팅 데이팅 어플 다 깔아 또 보았어 반대가 끌린대 opposites attract Don't know about me and you, yeah we fell into the cracks Yeah 깎고 너네 no cap 왜 나는 보여 what's happening 객관적일 수가 없이 이미 game white flag and waving fast Yeah I'm leaving back but 말해도 너만 보면 나도 내 맘 I don't know 이거 love a relationship이 헷갈리기만 해 girl I'll tell you I'm sorry if you want me back I'll tell you stop trying Yeah, yeah, you got me Let it go 얼어붙어 like whoa 어지러워 I see 한여름에 더 녹여 cold-blooded Yeah, yeah, yeah Girl, you cold-blooded Girl, you cold-blooded Yeah, girl, you cold-blooded Yeah, yeah, yeah
Okay, so out of breath, literally just finished Hatfields. Now I'm going to do my upper accessories with some dumbbells. But I just want to say, I'm actually really happy, excuse the state of me, with how Hatfield felt tonight. I managed to add 20 kilos to last week and there was still room there. I'm not going to push them quickly. Like the whole point is being able to load them really heavy and stuff, but I'm just going to take my time getting used to doing them, especially because I'm doing them sleeveless as well. But no, bench felt good. I went more conservative and just did 97 for my triple, which I think was the right call because I would say it was bang on an RP6, and then the single was really comfortable, very out of breath. But it also just allowed me to kind of rush through everything really quickly. So happy with that. Feeling better now that I've trained. Obviously still got a little bit left to do, but it's taken like 10 minutes. Yeah, just glad I pushed through. No, it's one of those weird things where like I know I'm always going to train, but when I really don't want to, like today, it's just hard. But it's a non-negotiable, and yeah, happy at it. Gonna stop talking, gonna wrap the video up here. Thank you very much if you made it to the end, I really appreciate it. Please be sure to leave a like, comment and subscribe, and I will see you in a few days for the next one.